Say sometimes I dream that he is me. Sometimes I dream that's what I want to be. I dreamed I moved. I dreamed I grew like myself. If I could be like myself. Expecting some Gatorade. Alright, let me stop being silly. Okay, let's get to it. Shalom, everybody. This is Ivan, the Trinity of Water, with another preparation for Purpose television show. Alright, so this one I'm going to try to make as brief as I can. I know I went back on what I said. I said I was going to get everything set up. I think the computers and everything, then I was going to begin to remake the shows. But I don't know, maybe the data took a while. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. So let's get right to it. This is pretty deep. All right, so for the next couple weeks, what I want to do is I want to shed some light on a guy, a girl, a combination. I don't know, we think in terms like that, but I really feel in the spiritual world it's different energies, like masculine and feminine energies, but no specific gender. So, but anyway, on Melchizedek. So, they really don't mention him much in the Bible, as far as I'm aware of. I know in the English King James, it was, I believe Moses may have mentioned it once, as far as him giving 10%. And again, she was the spiritual entity, however you want to say it, that made Christ high priest. So obviously, it's something very important with that name that people need to be more aware of. So I just want to spread, that's what I do. I spread awareness, not taking sides, just spreading awareness and, let you do your own due diligence. But yeah, Melchizedek. Matter of fact, don't quote me on this. I'm going to try to spell that for you in case you want to look it up. Melchizedek and sometimes C. So even if you type that in and it's not the 100% spelling, it still should pull it up with all that good old spell check and all that good stuff. Next, I want to bring up the Merkaba. Merkaba. Once again, spellings may differ because as time go on, all those things change, the Phoenicians and all that stuff that I'm not going to get into. So, but that is spelled. Something else that you might want to look up. The point, not saying it is, nor isn't a correlation between these two, but just I want to spread some light on these two. In Merkaba, it is spelled M-E-R-K-A-B. Some spell it M-E-R-K-A-B-A-H. Once again, put on that good old spell check and it should hook you right on up. So the reason, another reason I should say that I'm bringing this up is because I want to shed some light on some older things and shed some light on what they call like new age things. And that's what I do. Like I said, I'm always right there in the middle for whatever reason. And I want to kind of just bring that gap in. So I feel by shedding some light on Melchizedek for, the people that's really into the Bible. Some people call them Bible thumpers. I actually heard a few people say that. I've never heard that before. But anyway, and some of the new agers that's really into the Merkaba, bring some of you guys on as well. Because like I say, I'm like that peanut, that sandwich. I'm right there in the middle trying to, it's a reason why I went through all the things that I went through. Now, with that being said, another part of this message is I want to discuss piggyback a little bit on what I was talking about yesterday as far as, the New World Order versus getting your world in order. So take a boxer. I wanted to give an analogy yesterday, but I was a little frustrated, especially on that first one. So take a boxer. So when they're preparing for a boxing match, do they just scout their opponent's history? This is an Old Testament type thing. So when you scout, so imagine that like the Old Testament. So they're saying, okay, this is what or history. This is what my opponent did. These are the fights he won. So how did he do? What's his greatest moves? What's his greatest weapon? So they're scouting, they're learning. It's the tape, they're running the tape. What's his greatest weapon? And then the people who defeated that person, okay, well, how did they defeat him? How did they go about doing that? So I could know, so I can be prepared when we square off. In this situation, if we square off, but let's stay on topic. So they watch tons and tons, basketball too, but about tons and tons of just footage, just studying. But do you think they know them better than they know themselves? But they know their greatest weapon. So the thing is, they're not worried because they know everything that they're gonna throw at them. That's gonna pretty much show them what they're capable of and what's gonna come. So they can know these moves. So they're not scared. They're not upset. Well, I don't know, back in Tyson day, hey, they should. If you're a good one, let's put it that way. If you're a good boxer, you shouldn't be scared. But they start, they're like, okay, so let me scout all this, so I can put my plan in action when that day's come. Preparation for a purpose. Like I say, just months of hard training. I've trained with some boxers, some hard training for anywhere between 10 minutes to an hour fight. For one night. That's, like I said, 10 minutes to an hour. Months of grueling training. Preparation. So if somebody in their camp is sitting there like, man, they come in, man, I just watched so-and-so, man, they were sitting there doing all these jumping ropes, they did about 1 million more than you do, man, and then they was doing this and they were doing that, and they just, oh man, they frantic, one of them scared, one of them, like, man, I'm telling you, you don't have no chance. You like, man, you gotta go. You gotta go. You got to go. It's just people who here preparing me. They got my back trying to get me ready. Because it's like, I don't want you on my team if you got that type of energy about you. So it's what I'm saying, it's like, okay, yeah, scouting. There's nothing wrong with being aware of some certain things. Just making sure they're right. So if you going up and you studying some film, you see that person going at it. So they don't study film by people saying, okay, well, you know what, I heard this is what he did. So, okay, get a pen and a piece of paper, and I'm about to show you exactly his moves. So, this is kind of how it happened. So, because I watched this fight, it was about 5 years ago, and what he did, you're like, okay, then you can't scout nobody like that. You got to see what it is. You got to see what it really is. You can't go on hearsay. You can't go on third, fourth, and fifth party. Yeah, my cousin's baby mama's sister's auntie said that. Come on now. You can't do that. So that's, when you're boxing or, like I say, basketball, what have you. So you definitely can't do it when it comes to stuff like this. So I'm just saying that to say, rather than just being so worried and paying complete attention to everything that's going on and what's being said, know yourself to be prepared. Study what you did. I don't care. We're pretty privy to some pretty, deep stuff. Some more than others, but I'm just saying, if you really dig and your heart right, you can get there. And have the right team. Not people, oh man, this was going to drag you down, vibration going down. No. You got to have the right team behind you. And if you don't have no team, you might be like me. You're like, well, I don't have a team. I got a huge family. But see, it's a difference. See, Kobe and when you go Kobe, Jordan, any of the greater, LeBron, they have family, but their family isn't their team. If you get what I'm saying. So yeah, they love them, they know they got to take care of them, but when they get on that court. So another example that I want to bring is, like I talk about love a lot and what love, really is, real love. And I try to get better at that every day. But one thing I don't want my audience to get twisted Hopefully this video hasn't cut off by now. But anyway, and if it have, you know, bear with me. One thing I don't want to get twisted is I get my gloves, I get out there, I hit on the bag. I do more than just work out with weights. You know, I just got a boxer to start training with right before this thing happened. I have a little bit of history of it, but I just want to get even better and better. Just like I'm about to get in the ring myself. I started back working with my weapons. You know, some people, you know, I was gonna go, another thing, I was gonna go to the range, but didn't get a chance to. So what I'm saying to you is, let me stop sugarcoating this to make sure. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this one. So it can be very clear. As much as I talk about love, and I try to get better at love, and daily, I try to see how can I be more loving in every aspect. But at the same time, I want to literally be able to take my bare hands and go in somebody's chest and literally rip it out while it's pumping. I know y'all might be looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm just telling you, this is my truth. That means, hey, I don't take away your universal rights. Don't take away mine. Don't judge me. But I literally want to be able just to just rip it out. I want every pressure point. I know a few of them, you know, don't get me wrong. I know a little something, like I say, I know a little something, but I can get so much better at it. And I want to get better at it every day. Every day. I want to be the ultimate warrior. For y'all who watch wrestling, I'm the ultimate warrior. He used to have a little face painted, 3 painted up. I mean, did I say 3? I'm sorry, he used to have a face paint on him. And, you know, he do all that. Beat his chest. Yeah, the warrior, baby. I want to be the ultimate warrior. So, you know, like I said, don't judge me now. Don't judge me on that. Now, like I say, for the ladies watching it, you don't want to, you want a man who can love. Because, man, honestly, I don't care what y'all say. We love harder than women. It takes us longer to get there. But don't, by all means, we love harder. And it takes us longer to get over stuff. Y'all be like, shit, y'all be good after a while once y'all get over that first little initial thing. So don't get me wrong. Man loves hard. And some of us more than others. And I'm one of those ones. You know, so my love, like I say, and I try to, in that way I express it, the way I receive every aspect of love, I'm trying to learn more, or I am learning more and more about every day as I evolve. But like I say, women, you don't want to be around anybody they might be the most loving, pay the bills, everything, but if a guy comes about to take what y'all got, and he's, here you go. You don't want to pump, basically. Like, so let me stop sugarcoating. You don't want to pump. I'm not saying you're wrong being a punk. You got to grow somewhere. You just got to grow. You know, I'm not even judging that. But what I'm saying is that's not what you want. So, you know, you want somebody who can defend your finances, who can defend you, who can defend, you know, your family, you know, in all aspects. You want a warrior, you know? But when people, I think it really got a bad rep because when people see or hear something like that, like, man, he wants to be able to rip somebody's chest out with his bare hands, you know, it gets a bad rep because they think of that as a thug. I'm not saying nothing wrong with a thug. But I'm just saying how society perceives that type of thing, you know. So, matter of fact, I'm going to make a 2-part video of this, so definitely stay tuned. I want to make sure this is recording before I move on. I'm going to learn from some things, so I'm going to stop it and restart it.